you please give me a ride?
I don't have a license.
You don't have a driver's license? How old are you? Clutch in and brake. Brake. The car is stopped. Don't hit the car. Brake.
I almost hit the car.
It's all right. It's a hybrid. Okay. There you go. Hey, Jamaal.
How you doing, Tom?
I'm all right. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. First, thanks for all the great performances you've done over the years that I've got to enjoy your work and your artistry. I mean, you've truly been an entertaining part of, a large part of my life, just watching all these great movies you've done. And Otto is part of that. I mean, I really enjoyed this. My first question is, how important is it for people to learn stick shift these days?
It's a lost art, man. It's a lost art. Even like now, hot cars, like they use the paddles. You got the paddles right there if you want to do that, but there's no clutch, man. There's no clutch. If you're not having to do the 4 on the floor or the 3 on the tree with the clutch that comes in and out, you're missing out on the history of the automotive experience, man. If you haven't had to have that time where you learn how to drive a stick shift, you're missing out on something that's as important as one of the great rites of manhood, man. It's like a bar mitzvah or something like that. It's like a first communion. You got to prove yourself in order to get there. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm damn good at driving a stick shift. Damn.
Me too. That's my love. My second question is I guess like the neighbors and all the characters in this, they don't know exactly what you're going through. And how often is it that you got people that you think their life is okay, whatever, it was like a Robin Williams or whatever, and all of a sudden you realize that they was going through a lot that you didn't see. Like, how do we get to, what is it about that situation that we could dig in and figure out that people are going through these things?
That's a great question, man, because it comes down to, I think, our own individual curiosity. I think a lot of times we are going to be satisfied with the single reason that anybody is the way they are. A single reason. In this case, Otto's wife died. All right. You think that's the only reason the way he is. But then, if you have the curiosity and you have the time and you have the willingness in order to break down the barriers and find out more, you find out there's all these other almost bone-crushing realities to what his life is until you get down to the totality of the reason why he might be the crankiest man on the planet, or certainly on your block. But when you're able to get that out of somebody, what do you have? You end up having an empathy and an understanding of each other that both comes from asking the questions and being asked the question. And I think people are often willing to just say, look, I'm going to write that person off because I know exactly what's going on with him. A little bit of time, man, a few more hours in the day can help. A few more opportunities to, knock on somebody's door or answer the door than when they come knocking at you. Living in a neighborhood can be an awful polarizing experience because you don't understand an awful lot. But man, if you can find that opportunity, it's to be open to a bigger explanation. But a lot of that is just an interior battle that we fight ourselves.
Yeah, and I gotta ask, like we've seen. We've seen so many accolades that's been bestowed upon you, deservedly so, for your great work. But can you tell us about a time that you were at a low point for whatever reason? It doesn't have to be your ultimate low point, but can you tell us about a time where you could empathize with Otto, that you was at some low point in your life, not necessarily at that?
That's a great question. And everybody has gone through some moment where there's a crisis of faith. And when I say crisis of faith, I mean faith in the future. That where you think that the way things are now is never going to change. What am I? I'm divorced. I'm unemployed. The phone is not ringing. I'm not living at home. My finances are sort of like up in the air. And you think, I've been in a circumstance like that where I actually thought the future holds no hope. I'm never going to be able to turn this around. Now, how long does that last? It might last until someone gives you a call up and say, hey, what are you doing? You want to go to the ball game? And suddenly your life is altered a little bit. And other times it comes around because, you get a line on a job, you start having a reason to get up in the morning. But those days or those nights where I've lost faith in the future, that something would come along and change the course of things, that's rough. And what can you do except look yourself in the mirror and maybe lean into the pain and just seek out some other reason to believe again.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your time, man. Keep on doing great performances. I'll keep on being amazed and cheering them on. And thank you. Have a happy
Oh, you're
holidays.
a nice man. Thanks. Thanks. Nice talking to you, Jamaal. Take care.